second session of a very lovely series of sessions. John, if you and I were to die today, we'd still have to say it was a hell of a good ride.
Speak for yourself.
I've known John for about 40 years. We just figured it out. And remember the traumatic time when he was deciding to come to Texas A&M. He was very concerned. He said, leaving New York, that doesn't make any sense. So why not? Everything is polluted, John. Look, there's more to America than just New York. And he said, but look at the opera, and look at the theaters, and look at the museums, all that's available to you. And I said, when's the last time you've been to one of them? He couldn't remember. I said, well, if you want that frequency, you'll be able to do it out of College Station. Let me say that John has guts. There was a time when there was no American philosophy, at least in the minds of American philosophers. The APA was totally devoted to the task of everybody refuting everybody else. Nobody read Emerson. Nobody read Dewey. Dewey always brought to mind some guy in the stacks. It was an unknown. American philosophy was unknown, and John took it upon himself to bring American philosophy back to the center stage. Those marvelous editions, which I still use, of Dewey and Royce and James, big thick books to show how much good there was in American philosophy, how much it had to offer. Any number of times I saw people with eyes open saying, my God, I didn't know we had that in our tradition. That's amazing. And then the additions, and the last of these, in some ways the most marvelous one, those huge volumes of the correspondence of William James, never would have happened without John. He made it happen by sheer guts and perseverance. And then there is the work in urban aesthetics that he had done. The sort of incredibly sensible and sensitive interpretation of how other people feel and see the world. You know the story, and I know the story, and I know I'll never forget the story of the person who had this incredible love of cigars. The cigar story, you know that story, and John had told the story many times, but it's testimony to how sensitive he is to values other than his own. I could go on like this, but I'm not the speaker. We're fortunate to have someone from Poland visiting us specifically for this occasion. I will not take a long time to introduce her because she says she'll be talking about herself and John McDermott. So I just want to say that Krystyna Wilkoszewska from Jagiellonian University in Krakow will be our next speaker. Welcome.
So, before I will start, I want to say that the Texas A&M University and College Station are the special places for me. They are places with meaning. And I am very moved being here and for this possibility, for the invitation. I would like to thank, first of all, to Professor John McDermott and Professor Daniel Conway, and also Mrs. Catherine Jakubik. I will divide my speech into 3 parts. Although